Hey, what's up, everybody? Ethan here from V100 Topeka's rock leader, and I've got kind of a new guy on the line today. He just released a new remix with Papa Roach of their classic hit "Last Resort." Jeris, what is going on, man?
Yeah, baby, I'm brand new. I just got here, right? Like a month ago. What's up?
Now, if people have seen you on TikTok, you've been there for a few months now.
Yeah.
But
uh,
yeah, a few like you got, I don't know, you got to a million, you're at a million followers right now, right?
yes, sir. Yep.
And I assume that this journey, like gaining all these followers, started big time with the Papa Roach tune. But I remember I hadn't even seen you on my For You page yet, but Damn had come through as so many people had been using that sound for like
The
a while. Yeah.
beat, yeah, the beat.
Yeah, that was legit. But so you've blown up on TikTok. Now you've got this song with Papa Roach. Before we get to the song, who the hell are you? Let us know. Who are you? What's your background? Did your parents, were they musical? Were you always like grow up in a
Yeah,
musical family and stuff?
you nailed it. Parents, my mom was a singer, my dad was a drummer. They met in bands, had me. I'm an only child. And, I just grew up, I just had that gene, like I was just born. It's kind of one of those things where like, I always say that like, I don't even love quote unquote music, like doing music. It just feels like something I have to do.
Mm.
Like it's like I'm a passenger seat in my own life. I'm just going down the road. Okay, you got to do music. You got to make it. You got to do this. And so like it's just kind of always been like my thing, always from like early age, from all the way through elementary school, high school. I was in bands. Like I just me and music has always just been like one thing. And so I guess you could say I was just, yeah, like just kind of born to do it, baby.
Has the rap rock metal fusion thing like always been what you've been doing, or did you start out more traditional, or how did that work?
So like I'd say, I mean, I grew up listening to a ton of different music, of course, but my parents being in bands, kind of led me obviously just like towards rock and metal. So like when I was in my band, it was a metal band, and like pretty much all throughout my teen years, I was like really into metal, like all shapes and colors and aesthetics of metal was like that was what I was my like that was my jam. And then I wouldn't say till like later on in like my teens, 18, 19, 20, started really getting into like rap, and like I just kind of started feeling like rock was getting stuck in the mud, and I was just bored with it. It was just sounding the same over and over and over and over again. And like I was just tired of hearing just like drums and guitar, you know what I mean? I just wanted like to hear something that sounded like I wanted to hear music that didn't like I wanted to hear music that I hadn't heard before. Like I wanted to hear something that sounded new and fresh. So I started listening to all different types of music. From that, kind of went away from rock and metal for a long time. And then like in the past year, like as I've kind of gone on my own journey of like trying to figure out like what my sound is and like kind of what I want to say and like what I want to sound like, and just kind of getting my own like production skills and like creative ideas and stuff like all put together in like a cohesive package. I've kind of recently fallen back in love with all that stuff and figured out, I feel like, how to kind of like bring it into the future, because I want rock to be like the coolest thing in the world again. I want it to
Yeah.
be hot, and it's just kind of been thrown to the side of the highway, like for a long time.
No, I feel you on that for sure. And I think that doing a little bit of a kind of a refresh, a different interpretation of Last Resort is really cool. I've been listening to it over the last couple of days. I'm really, really digging it. And to see the way I've been watching your Instagram lives and stuff with Jacoby, and to see the way you two just gel is really cool. What was it like going from having this little remix video on TikTok that kind of blew up to the band being like, hey, we want you to come to the studio in a week, hang out with us, and actually record it so we can put it out?
It was like I locked eyes with Jacoby when I got to the studio and was like, "What's up?" And we just started vibing right away. And like he always says in all these like little interviews, he was trying to vet me. He was trying to vet the rookie. like figure out what I was all about and stuff. And then we ended up like hopping into his truck and like we were sharing music back and forth. They were showing me some of the new Papa Roach stuff. I was showing them all my like unreleased songs, and we just like, man, we just clicked and like caught a vibe instantly. And it was just like he just became like instantly like Uncle Jacoby to me. Like it was awesome. So that was a really cool experience, and that was a really fun, like surreal. Like I just moved to LA like a week prior to that. And so like a week into LA, like Papa Roach just hit me up, like, come to the studio, bro. Like the most typical like LA type stuff, you know, you could imagine. And like it was just the coolest, most wild experience. And we had that just instant kind of like bond and like energy together right away.
How long did you guys spend in the studio? Was it like a week, a couple of days?
That night it was just they were just in the middle of doing a bunch of drum tracking, so that night we kind of just like hung out for a few hours and like just kind of talked about everything. And then we posted a TikTok that night where we were like in the studio like jamming what I did on TikTok, and then that went like double as viral as the original thing. And then Jacoby was like, all right, bro, we gotta like make this into like a real thing. And then because I only had like the minute of it done, you know, for TikTok, because why would I have made any more of that, you know, like it's just a minute. So I'd only had that first little bit done. And then they were like, yo, let's make it a real thing. So then we got in the studio together and started like putting all the pieces together, like in a few other sessions, just kind of over the course of the next few weeks.
Yeah, that's legit. And you've got a huge week. Music video just dropped today. Song dropped a couple of days ago. And then you have an EP coming out, right?
Yes, sir. The My Sword EP, baby.
Yeah. So tell me about that. How many tracks are we looking at? Is it all original stuff? Is the Last Resort on it? What does it look like?
Yeah, so last resort's on it. It's 3 new songs, Under, My Sword, and Roses Red. And then it's got Damn and the Damn remix, which are already out, lumped into it. So it's technically a 6-song EP, but 4 new songs on it essentially. And I just really wanted to like, these are a few songs that I've just been sitting on for a while that I really just wanted to like get out
Yeah.
for everybody, because I knew that, you know, Last Resort was going to get a lot of attention, and I knew it was just going to be like a moment, you know? So I just wanted to get some stuff out there to like go, yo, this is like kind of what I'm about. But I want to release a ton. Like I've got 10 more songs that I'm like sitting on that I just like want to get out and go. And so this EP is just like a little Jeris Johnson appetizer, if you
Little
will.
appetizer. That's awesome. Now, I assume that you've got plans to go out on tour at some point. You want to get out on the road, perform for the people after all of this COVID-19 crap moves to the wayside, and we can actually get out and go to shows. With that being said, what is your dream lineup to be on? Like, who would you want to go out and play with?
Man, that's a good question, because like I kind of want to do like I had this vision of like doing both like rap stuff and rock shows, and like seeing which audiences respond like the best, you know? So like honestly, a sick tour like idea for me would be like legendary rock metal band like Papa Roach, or like I grew up listening to Slipknot a bunch. They're like my heroes, you know? So like something like that, like big legendary rock metal group with like a few like poppin' like hip hop like stars, you know, that are like kind of bringing that same energy. Like you can look at rap shows now and it's all moshing, you know, it's like all pits and stuff. So it's like, you know, honestly, it'd be so sick. Like in a perfect world, I don't know if this would ever happen, but like in a perfect world, just some crazy mashup like that. I think like we just need to, you know, we need to all like band together and like realize that like rock is an energy rather than like guitars. You know what I mean? Like rock and roll is about the energy
Yeah.
of rock. It's about the rebellious attitude. It's about the distortion. It's about the, you know, you attitude, if you will. And like I feel like there's a lot of similarities between like what's hot right now and then like rock. And if we can just bring those worlds together and bring rock into the future and just like make it sound like it came from 2030, then we're gonna have a whole new like renaissance of like rock music.
I totally agree with you. So what do you think about like the big rappers out there now? People like Post Malone, Machine Gun Kelly, those guys that are already kind of either doing rock features or putting out a rock album themselves and kind of blending genres. What do you think about stuff like that to get people from both worlds to kind of collide?
Yeah, I think it's necessary. Like I think it's cool. But if I'm being honest, like, the Machine Gun Kelly record sounds like it came out in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound, it's cool because it's helping bring back the like culture, of it. And it's really like kind of helping to like make it popular again, like remind people of like how dope all this stuff is. But like I'm trying to make a sound that needs a new word. They need to invent a new word for the genre. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just do something that reminds people or makes people feel nostalgic. I want to do things that are like that just feel brand new. It's like it's the 20s, it's we're getting into some real futuristic sounding years now, like 2021, and like music needs to start sounding like the future.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. Now you mentioned the Damn single earlier. That's on the EP. The remix has Chad on it from Nickelback, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've got Papa Roach. You're on a Papa Roach remix. You've also got Chad on your song from Nickelback. How? How did you do this in like 4 months?
Good question. This is what I ask myself all the time. Like it's just, I don't know, man. The internet. I guess it's literally the internet. Like I just kind of a mixture of like got lucky and been blessed to have people like just really vibe with like what I was doing on the internet, like on TikTok and stuff, and just help it go viral so much. And then just the like cosigns that I've gotten from like Papa Roach and Chad from Nickelback, and just them being like, yeah, you go, kid. Like, kind of the like passing on of the torch in a way, like this like theoretical like passing of the torch. It's been, I don't know, man. I feel like I've just been riding the tidal wave, and like I don't even know how it's happening. It's just happening and I'm just here for it. So I guess I'm just going to keep going,
Yeah.
you know.
The thing with Chad, did you guys do that over the internet? Obviously, because I think is he living in Canada these days still? So did you guys have to do all that virtually?
Yep. Yep, did it all virtually. In a perfect world, honestly, I want to do like a music video with him, which would have been fire, would have been amazing. But no, he was in Canada. So stuck up there with the mooses.
Stuck up north.
And
All
this,
right. So the music video, you mentioned that doing one with Chad, but you just dropped the one with Papa Roach today. I watched it a couple hours ago. It's a pretty legit video. It's an awesome throwback to the original Last Resort video while also being super fresh and clean. Was that throwback vibe something that you came up with, or was that something that the guys at P Roach were like, what if we kind of threw it back a little bit?
that was pretty much all the director, Bryson Roach. He's Jacoby's brother, and he directed the video. And he was like, "Yo, it'd be sick to like kind of rebuild the stage from like the original one and like kind of pay homage in that way." And that's kind of like what we tried to do with the song also. It was like trying to incorporate as much of the original song without it being old feeling, and as much new stuff without it like disrespecting the original song. So it's just the whole project of this thing has been the balance of like trying to figure out how to like totally nail and like pay homage and like be honorable to like the original track, and then also like do something completely different and make it feel like a whole new thing. So that's kind of like what we tried to do with the video too, is just match the new to old factor.
Yeah. Do you have any more of these collaborations lined up? I know you did a Breaking Benjamin video last week or a couple of weeks ago that I saw, but nothing else lined up with any acts right now.
Nothing that I can talk about.
Oh, okay. Give you that treatment. I got it. I got you. All right.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
hey,
yo, I am a big rock star now. We got to keep things secret. So,
yes, gotta keep everybody in the legal department happy.
yeah.
I know how that goes. Hey, so that sweatshirt you got on, that's available for purchase, right? People could go get this kick-ass Last Resort Reloaded merch.
Yes, sir. And it is kick ass and it is amazing and reloaded. You know, it's the best. And there's shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. I think there's going to be sweatpants and stuff too. There's like a whole, that we did a whole, this is like the first time Papa Roach has done like a merch drop for a song, you know,
Mm.
like just all for a song. And it just happened to like work out like this. So there's a bunch of different designs on there. People can go check them out. I really like all of them. I think they turn out sick. And it's also my first merch drop. So like people have been asking me on my TikTok for merch like forever for like the past couple months. So here you go. This is the first little taste. You know, it's the collab merch. It was just the easiest to put together like this, and the designs came like in 2 seconds. So yeah.
That's awesome. And before I let you go, how do I become TikTok famous? What's the secret? Is there something that I need to be drinking?
Bro. Yeah. Yeah, you need to drink TikTok juice, bro. Come on. Get with the program. No, it's like it's literally I would say the main thing is, I mean, I flopped and failed on TikTok literally a million times before I like started going viral. So it's basically just a consistency and numbers game. And like if you keep trying the same thing and it doesn't work, try something else. And then you keep trying that and it doesn't work, try something else. And if you keep trying that, it doesn't work, try something else. And just keep trying things until you eventually land something that works. And then you're like, cool, that worked. Now there's like a pattern. What if I did that again, but like a little different? What if I,
Yeah.
you know, it's like that was what I did. I mean, I can only speak from my own experience. I'm sure everybody has different ways, and you know, everybody's story is like a little different with like how they went viral or, you know, got quote unquote TikTok famous or whatever. But for me, it was literally just like trying over and over again until I landed on something that worked.
Yeah. Did you expect any of this to happen at all? Did you go into 2020 with COVID-19 and all this stuff thinking, you know what, at the end of the year, I'm going to have 1 million followers on TikTok and Papa Roach and I are about to put out a song?
I mean, I feel like the stereotypical answer is that I like didn't expect it, you know, or like didn't see it coming. But I've seen this coming for my entire life. So like it was just a matter of when. I didn't necessarily know it was going to be 2020, or like I didn't know I was going to have 1 million followers or something. Like obviously the details of it all, I had no idea that Papa Roach, or I had no idea any of this was going to happen. All this crazy shit, but like, you know, in general though, like did I know eventually I was going to figure it out and like quote unquote make it? Like yeah, I did know that, and I've always known that. It was just like a matter of just trying and never giving up until it happened, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of artists out there that end up falling short because they give up like right before, they're on the edge of like really making it, and then they kind of call it quits. But you have definitely stuck it out and made it through. So it's exciting to see you blowing up, man. It
Thank
is.
you. I appreciate that.
Um, I was comparing this. I was talking to a coworker the other day. I'm like, you know what? TikTok really feels to me like what MySpace was in like 2005. With all the emo bands and things like that came out in the early 2000s. TikTok is really giving the new generation an opportunity to get their music out there in a whole new way, which I think is really
Dude,
cool.
it's just another stage.
Yep,
It's just another stage to perform on, you know? And either you're going to show up and you're going to get the crowd going into a circle pit, or you're going to choke, you know? Like it's those two options. It's like do or die to me. And it's just another stage, and it's the same way as Instagram, same way as MySpace, same way as a real life stage. It's another stage to perform on, be an artist on, you know, and like make your mark and like make some noise.
for sure. Well, hey, Jeris, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. And congratulations, man. Enjoy your release week.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.